And also, as a side note, because I'm gonna get sidetracked right here, you see how that one has a bite taken out of it? Yeah, that wasn't me. I don't know if y'all noticed, but my home gym is outdoors, and we got a couple of possums and raccoons that like to roam around here at night. Yeah, one of the motherfuckers took one of these and took a bite out of it, and I don't even know where the other one is this, because I had a pair of each. I had a pair of the green ones and a pair of, I don't even know if that's blue or not, but yeah, one of them took one of them, I don't know where, and then took a bite out of this one, so what the fuck? That's why I hate raccoons. Now, don't get me wrong, training grip strength is real exciting. There's just something about having stronger hands and building up that grip strength that makes you feel way better yourself. I'm talking about a real confidence booster. But implements like this, and that, I mean, just those three alone, we're talking about over $100 plus shipping. No, not in today's economy. I mean, no one's gonna be dropping $100 just on three little things. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you what are some good alternatives that you can do for free that implement these same three tools so you can get stronger hands. What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now today's topic, we're talking about the hands, that grip strength, forearm power. I'm talking about what lands you jobs. When you're going for a job interview, do they really care about what's on your resume? Do they really care about how you present yourself? No. What seals the deal is that handshake. When you go in and crush their hand, you establish your authority. Now you're the strongest guy in the office. That's what we're gonna be working on. We gotta build up all 5 of these little guys, plus this and all of that. Now the thing is, grip strength equipment can be a little bit pricey compared to other gym equipment, but you know what? Is it worth it? For some people, it would be if they got the money for it, but overall, training grip, having stronger hands, is that worth it? Absolutely, for everyone. So we're gonna be going over 3 common grip strength tools that everyone uses, but how can you mimic that in the gym without actually having to purchase these things? All right, what are some good alternatives that still give you the same challenging aspects of those particular tools? Let's get into it. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Alright, first things first, we got the Rolling Thunder. So pretty much what the Rolling Thunder is an excessively thick handle that rotates very easily. So typically on a bar, regular barbell handle, dumbbell handle, even a kettlebell handle, when you wrap your hand around it, your thumb and your fingers can actually touch. Hell, they even overlap at times, depending on the size of your hand. But with this implement, it is so much thicker that you can't even touch your fingers or your thumbs together. For example, if I were to show you all up close, you see, this is me wrapping my hand all the way across. You see, there's a gap right here. And also, this bar right here, this handle, doesn't have that same texture that a normal barbell or dumbbell will have. You know, it doesn't have, it's called the knurling on it. It doesn't have knurling, so there's no grip. It's perfectly smooth. And look how fast this thing rotates. You see, the fact that it rotates and the fact that it's so thick is what makes it a true test of grip strength. So typically the way you will do this is you load it up to a loading pin, and then on here I have 100 pounds plus the actual weight of the loading pin and the handle itself, which I'm not gonna lie, this thing is pretty beefy. I feel like it's 5 pounds. I feel like this is another 2 pounds. So we'll just go ahead and say overall it's 107 pounds. And that was already more than enough of a challenge for me. Maybe I can go a little heavier, but I feel that's a good working weight. So we're not gonna be spending a bunch of money on this. What we are gonna do though is find alternatives. Again, what is the main thing that is being worked with this implement? Thicker handles and holding onto it. So what do we need to do as an alternative? We gotta find things that are thicker to grip onto.
That's what she said.
So here's what we're gonna do. We already established the Rolling Thunder. The main challenge of that particular tool is the thickness and the rotating. Now, when it comes to making our own equipment here and finding alternatives, we're not gonna get it 100%. So it's gonna be hard to find something that's gonna be challenging with the rotation, but there are definitely ways that we can find to thicken up the handles. Every gym, I don't wanna hear any excuses, every gym has dumbbells, every gym has barbells. Whatever it is that you're gripping onto, hell, it could even be the handles of a cable machine, just thicken those up while you're doing your everyday movements. How can you thicken them up? We're talking about these right here. I'm talking about fat grips. Now, the whole point of this is to not spend as much money, or like to save as much as you can and not break the bank when it comes to training grip strength. They sell actual fat grips from the website, Fat Grips, but they cost way more than if you were to just get generic pool noodles. I'm talking about pool noodles, these little pieces of foam. They're so cheap, but they're so effective to train your grip strength. Now, as you see right here, I got two different sizes. This one is just slightly smaller than the actual handle of the Rolling Thunder, but this one is a lot thicker. You can see the gap between my fingers is a lot more than this one, but regardless, they're still a lot thicker than a normal handle. Grab a regular dumbbell, whatever it is that you're gonna be working on, and preferably do it on days when you're gonna be training biceps or back, you know, your pulling muscles. I feel like that's when grip strength will lie a little bit better in terms of programming and when to implement it. Cut the handle to the length of the dumbbell and just slide it over. And you're gonna find the difference between how a normal 45-pound dumbbell feels compared to if you were to lift it with the handle. You're gonna feel a lot more of a challenge. You're gonna feel it a lot more in your forearms. And actually, one thing that I actually like more about using pool noodles compared to regular fat grips, because I have used fat grips and also the Rolling Thunder, is all of those are harder material. Your finger does not sink into it, but a pool noodle is foam. You actually have to squeeze it hard. Your fingers have to mold to it. So you're actively always squeezing as hard as you can to keep it from slipping off. So that's just one of the pluses I find of using this alternative. And of course, if you got a thicker one, well, that's just gonna be even more of a challenge. Now you gotta really squeeze it to make sure you can pull the implement up. I will have to point this out though. Whatever you put on the dumbbell, let's just say you normally do curls with 30s and you put a fat grip on, there might be a possibility that you're gonna have to drop the weight, because believe me, when you thicken up the handle, it makes it feel a lot heavier. So just wanna throw that out there. And also, as a side note, because I'm gonna get sidetracked right here, you see how that one has a bite taken out of it? Yeah, that wasn't me. I don't know if y'all noticed, but my home gym is outdoors and we got a couple of possums and raccoons that like to roam around here at night. Yeah, one of the motherfuckers took one of these and took a bite out of it, and I don't even know where the other one is this, because I had a pair of each. I had a pair of the green ones and a pair of, I don't even know if that's blue or not, but yeah, one of them took one of them, I don't know where, and then took a bite out of this one. So what the fuck? That's why I hate raccoons. Jesus Christ. Next, we got the block pinch. Now this one's a little bit more humbling, I'm not gonna lie to you. So this one right here is what you call a block pinch. And essentially what it is exactly what it sounds like. You're not necessarily gripping onto it all the way like this with a normal handle. You're actually pinching it because it's an actual square or rectangle, however you want to say it, you see? And the thickness, or how wide it is what makes it a challenge. Now there's some of these that come roughly this thick, and there's some like this where it's a lot wider. And you can see you actually have to pinch onto it. It's not like a normal handle where a little bit of your finger can come underneath right here. There's no way my finger is reaching underneath here. And even if it could, that would be cheating, because that kind of takes away the purpose of this type of implement. So, like I said, it's a lot more humbling. You cannot lift as much with this one, which obviously makes sense because your finger can't go underneath. So on here, I got 35 pounds plus the actual weight of the block and the weight pin alone. And that's more than enough of a challenge. So how exactly can we mimic this exact same movement or the same type of handle in the gym without breaking the bank?
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
So what we're trying to mimic here is that motion right there where our fingers are perfectly on the sides of an implement. Best thing to do is just to grab a dumbbell. Now, the sides of the dumbbell right here are perfectly flat. So what does that mimic? That mimics the shape of that block. So same thing, you're gonna grab it from the side and boom, look what happens. My fingers are just along the sides the way it would be with the block pinch. But the only thing is, with this one, you're gonna have to do both sides at the same time. So grip onto the block, or blocks in this case, and then pinch, and then stand up with it. It's a little bit more awkward, but it's better than nothing. Now, the good thing is though, whereas in the block pinch, you can only do one arm at a time. If you got a heavy enough dumbbell, now you're training both hands at the same time. But like I said, an issue that you might run into with this one is you feel like you're a little too squished. Like even right now, this is only 60 pounds. I can do the weight, but what makes it a lot harder is, you see, I have to like bring my hands all the way in to find that right angle. You can try twisting your hands like this because your arms are a little bit wider now, but it's just too awkward. But even with this, it don't feel comfortable. It don't feel right. What you can do, on the other hand, is you can go ahead and grab yourself a couple of plates, but the specific type of plates that I'm talking about are gonna be these right here. Every weight plate has obviously the markings on one side. This one says 5, and it's got a little bit of an indentation right here. That's only on one side. The other side though is perfectly smooth and flat. These are the type of plates that you're gonna want. You're gonna grab 2 of those type of plates, smooth sides facing out. So obviously face the numbers in and then pinch them together. You see, fingers are still in the same position as with this dumbbell and with that block. They're perfectly straight. Your fingers are not curling underneath, and it's smooth on either end. And with these, you can load up a bunch of 10s together, a bunch of 5s. People even do 25s. There's even a challenge. There's a handful of people that can do 2 45s, smooth size out, pinch it, and pick it up. So again, just plate pinches or dumbbell pinches will mimic the block pinch. But there's one more thing that I feel very select few gyms have, that if you do have them, access to it, please take advantage. So we're gonna do away with the dumbbell, and we're gonna bring in this little guy right here. These right here are what you call blobs. Okay, basically what a blob is, it's the cutoff end of a dumbbell. So you can see right here, this is the cutoff end of a 60. See, it says 60 right there. This is where the dumbbell handle was. And what happens when you pinch onto it? Same motion. You see, fingers are perfectly flat on either side. So it mimics the same thing that you would be pinching if you had access to a regular block pinch. Again, not every gym has access to it, but I have seen a few. Best case scenario is you're gonna have to go with the dumbbell, which is a little bit more awkward, or just pinch the plates together. Just make sure the smooth sides are facing outwards. And lastly, we got the hub.
Finally!
Now for sure, this one's gonna hurt some feelings. This one, in my opinion, again, this is just my professional wannabe influencer opinion, this one's gonna be the hardest one out of the 3. This right here is what you call a hub. All it is, realistically, is a giant circle that you gotta use your fingertips to grab onto. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but as you can see, I only got 25 compared to all the other ones where I had way more weight than that. Could've gone a little bit heavier, but the forearms are starting to fatigue. So what exactly is the challenge with this one? The challenge is that you're not even using your entire hand. The other ones had a lot more surface area to grab onto. This one is literally just your fingertips. So there's not that much room to grab onto anything realistically. Some people, what they do is they actually grab their thumb, instead of using the fingertip of their thumb, they actually put that entire joint down. So it's kind of bent backwards like that. And then they go about it to get just a little bit more surface area on there. But regardless, it's still uncomfortable, it still hurts, it's still miserable, it still sucks. So how exactly can we train just our fingertips without having to break the bank and buy this little guy right here?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So we're already established, fingertips is the main priority. Now, this is gonna vary from gym to gym, what type of dumbbells you have and what type of weight plates you have. Now, some gyms, not all, but some still use these old school looking plates where it has the big old hub in the middle. Just how that implement is called a hub, this part right here in the middle of a plate is called a hub. You see how it protrudes from the rest of it? That is exactly what you want. And look what it mimics. It mimics fingertips on it. So this is a good alternative and it's free. But again, it depends if your gym has these type of plates. Now, if it doesn't, next thing you can do, back to dumbbells. Now, it doesn't matter which dumbbells you have, as long as they're not the pro style ones. The pro style ones are the ones where it looks like it's a bunch of 10s stacked up on top of each other. No, this one's gonna work better with the urethane dumbbells. Again, those are the ones that look black, it looks like it's just rubber coated all around it, or the hexagon shaped dumbbells. The reason why is because you're gonna stand it up on its side and you're gonna grip onto the sides like this. Now, if you're gonna be using the hexagon type dumbbells, put your fingertips on the smooth sides of the dumbbell right here. What do I mean by that? I mean, these are the smooth sides right here. One side is gonna have the number. You don't wanna do that because there's a small little gap right here that your finger could latch underneath onto, and that's gonna make it a lot easier. So avoid putting your fingers on there. You see, like this, I don't have my fingers on it. I have my fingers all along the smooth. That is what you want. Now, if you use the pro style dumbbells, one looks like it's a bunch of 10s. Keep in mind, not everyone's hand is big enough to reach across a 10. This is the size of a 10-pound plate. Not everyone's hands can reach over the fingertips. So that's why it's gonna be a little bit better to use either the urethane style or the hex style dumbbells. Again, it's all fingertips. Try not to get your entire finger, your entire palm on it. No, just the tips. Again, just the tip.
That's what she said.
There you have it, everyone. 3 popular grip strength implements. We're talking about the rolling thunder, we're talking about the block pinch, and we're talking about the hub. all three, real beneficial. Don't get me wrong. It really will help build up your grip strength. And like I said, there's nothing better than just having strong hands. When you go in for an interview, that handshake is what lands you the job. Not what's on your resume, not what you say, not how you present yourself. No, that handshake is what seals the deal. You want to be able to go in there and establish your authority. You want to be able to show them you got the strongest grip strength in the office space. But no one's going to be spending that much money on these handles, except for me, because obviously I have them. But alternatives for the Rolling Thunder, what you're looking for is a challenge with the thickness of the bar. So whatever implement you are using, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, cable handles, whatever it is, just thicken it up using a fat grip or a towel, whatever it is, and boom, you got a thicker handle. You grab onto it, that's gonna work the grip strength. For the block pinch, the challenge there is your fingers cannot wrap underneath it. It's just a straight pinch, fingers are straight along the sides. Either pinch a couple of plates together, smooth sides phasing out, grab a hexagon shaped dumbbell and pinch onto the side. Those, real effective for pinching. Some gyms are gonna have some blobs, not all, but if they have blobs, definitely utilize them. And then lastly, the hub. All it is your fingertips, not just the entire finger, not the palm, not the entire hand, just the tips. So either use the hub of a plate if you have those old school style plates, or grab onto a dumbbell, stand it up sideways, just grab onto the ends, and then just work those fingertips. Again, all three, real good ways to work your grip strength, but you don't have to break the bank trying to get all these different toys to work it out. No, just use your resources, use what you have, get a little bit creative with it. You'll be surprised with what you come out with. Comment down below what is your go-to grip strength exercise, or what's some alternatives you do at the gym so you don't have to spend that much money actually buying the actual equipment. Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diet, workout programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help out. Also, be sure to subscribe not just to this channel, but my girlfriend's channel or couple's channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, we got new videos every week across the board for all three channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then for Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.